Hello everybody, it's Pram. Nice to meet you all. I'll be talking about my teaching experience in China. I'll be specifically talking about Shanghai because that's where I taught at. So the first benefit of teaching in China is its wages. So it's known as like the most paid around Asia anyway, especially for people who just have a degree and not much teaching experience. So the wages, the bracket is 15,000 kwai to 20,000 kwai. Pound wise, it would be like 1,700 to 2,200, I believe. Dollar wise, it would be $2,000 and above. So the drawbacks of wages would be the negotiation process. So maybe you might have to negotiate because you have X, Y, and Z experience, and you have to actually negotiate. They won't be like, "Oh, I hear you that you have this kind of experience. We will pay you more." So you need to do that for yourself. So negotiating is key in China. Not only for your wages, but also when you go down the supermarket or if you're buying clothes in a local store. If you negotiate, you'll definitely, they'll be like, oh, she's actually negotiating. Maybe they'll give you a better deal. Who knows? So you should always negotiate in China. So the second benefit of living in China would be the cheaper living costs. So the biggest cost is obviously rent. In central Shanghai, you're looking about like average, alrightish, one bedroom. I'd say like 5,000 to 6,000 kwai, and outer Shanghai it would be 2,000 to 3,000 kwai. It depends on you where you want to stay. If you like the vibe of the central area, where there's like, if you're into clubbing or if you're into like events and stuff, and if you don't want to travel too far to get to the city, then definitely city center is for you. But if you like don't care about all of this stuff, outer Shanghai will do for you basically. It would be cheaper. And Shanghai is a place where every corner kind of has its own like supermarkets, your like department stores, so you're never too far away from stuff. I think Pudong area, the modern area, is more like where you won't find stuff. But like if you live on the other side of the river, the museum area, that side, I think there you would find most things everywhere. But again, like there's so many services like Alama, like food services, you can deliver it to your house and stuff like that. So everything's kind of convenient, so you'll be fine, and again, it's cheap. So yeah. So that was rent. Gas, electricity, and water bills are about, I only paid like £5 per month probably or less. I don't remember much, but I don't remember ever spending more than that. Plus I had like housemates, so maybe it's because of that. Mobile, I think I was paying about 60 kwai. Again, that was cheap. And then internet was a little bit expensive, I'd say. I think I was paying about how much was I paying for? About 500, I think. I'm not sure, but again, it was quite cheap. So I'd say utilities overall in Asia are very, very cheap compared to the West. Stuff that are expensive, I'd say, is cheese. Definitely cheese is expensive because I think in Asia we don't really make cheese, so that's why I feel like cheese is more expensive. What else? Obviously, products from abroad is expensive. Gym was really cheap, I think, unless you go to those high-end ones with spas and stuff. But again, I think it would be equivalent to the prices back home. Fruits are the same as back home, so but in China it's considered a little bit expensive. Yeah, so again, living costs are quite low. the salary is quite high, so you're saving a lot, which is good because you can spend it on traveling, because China is central in Asia, and the flights from China to Japan, Korea, Thailand, Vietnam will be cheap because there's a lot of like cheap budget airlines from China going to these places. So yeah, if you like traveling, China is again a good hub to travel, and they have like a month of public holidays where you can travel as well. So yeah, and holiday wise, I believe you get 10 days, 10 days worth of like annual leave and 1 month worth of public holidays. So that's a lot of holidays you can take. Okay, so the third benefit of living in China is that it is technologically advanced. So the first time I arrived in Shanghai, it was in Shanghai Pudong. Obviously, all the international airlines land there, and from there to my hostel, which was Zhongshan Park, was about 1 hour 30 minutes, I believe, and that cost me 7 kwai, so that's like 70p, which is well cheap. And yeah, so like it's basically like pennies transportation wise. Buses are like 2 kwai, which is like 20p. So bus you have to take, you have to use Apple Maps if you don't know Mandarin, I'd suggest. But I rarely use them. I only use them when like the trains couldn't, or the subways couldn't get to the place I wanted to go to. So, or Mobike. Mobike's another one. So Mobike is the bike rental company. So this is an app, you download it, register, verify your identity, and then when you have it all sorted, you scan a bike, which is usually scattered all throughout the city. So you just find a bike, they're orange ones, they're the orange looking ones. You scan basically the QR code and it opens up. You ride your bike to wherever you want to go, and then you park in the cycle parking areas, your normal cycle areas, you lock it, and it usually calculates and tells you like how many minutes and how much it costs. And then probably it will take money off your WeChat. WeChat's another thing. So WeChat is like iWallet, but it has so many things in it. It's got Tinder, it's got Facebook, it looks like Instagram as well, loads of businesses. WeChat is magical. You should definitely get it. And there's always something new to see in Shanghai all the time. Like once there was a convenience store which is self-service, so there's literally nobody there. You just get your stuff, scan, grab, and go electronically. There's also been like gyms that are self-service. You scan your thing, you get in the room where you train, whatever, and then when you're done, you go out. It's like pay as you go kind of gym. Lately, there's been a like robot restaurant I've heard. So there's always new technology about in Shanghai, so keep your eyes peeled. You'll always see something different, and it is also a wonderful place to see so many random things that you're not used to in the West. For example, grandmas dancing, singing, playing their musical instruments, people just doing random stuff, which is very cool to see. Some drawbacks would be like obviously culture shock, where people are spitting or lots of pushing and shoving, I guess. It comes with the huge population, I think, and obviously competition. I lived in like London for 5 years, so I'm kind of used to that in peak times. There's a lot of crowds around, and tourists around, so I'm kind of used to that. But if you're not, if you're from a small town or a village, or less populated area, then maybe you might need like some time to get used to it. And I'd really recommend definitely brushing up on your Mandarin. Probably makes your life a little bit easier. But even if you don't, like I didn't have much Mandarin in me, so I still had a lovely time. So yeah. So this is it, everybody. It's the end of the video. Hopefully you had fun. listening to me. And if you have any questions, please write on the comment section below. Hope this helps. Bye bye.